Ribadu and El-Rufai caught in emotional moment in Abuja funeral. Tears, unity and hidden messages at late mother's burial. They've buried his mom. So Ribadu and El-Rufai caught in emotional moment. It's not the same Ribadu. Which one? There was a deeply emotional scene in Abuja as Nigeria's national security advisor, no Ribadu. It was at the burial. No be small. These people was spotted alongside former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai during the funeral of El-Rufai's late mother, Hajia Umar El-Rufai. The solemn event, which took place on Sunday, 29th of March 2026, brought together powerful political figures, government officials and sympathizers who came to support the grieving family in their moment of pain. Photos shared online showed Ribadu in close interaction with El-Rufai. A moment many observers described as a rare display of unity and respect between two major political personalities in Nigeria. The atmosphere at the funeral was heavy and emotional, filled with prayers, silence and reflection, as dignitaries paid their final respect to the late matriarch, who was remembered as a woman of great influence and kindness. Amid the gathering, Ribadu had earlier expressed his sadness over her passing. Really? Praising her life and impact on many people. Her passing has continued to trigger tribute across political circles in Nigeria, especially in Kaduna and Abuja. If they explain this country to you, you cannot understand, because it's not because of Nuhu Ribadu that they arrested El-Rufai, because they said he tapped his phone and all of that. And now the same Ribadu is at his mother's burial to pay last respect. Okay. Maybe they don't keep grudges, I don't know. As Bakari says, I fell in love with what I'm seeing. Politics must not divide us at any time. Politics that led me to the prison. Let Lovely says, while Yorubas are busy attacking the Igbos, the North, especially Fulanis, are uniting to fight the South. Now, wow. Chukuma replies and says, the hatred is pathological and it's something even they themselves cannot explain. And we have learned to live with it. Ikechukwu says, the Fulanis understand and cooperate politically more than any other tribe in Nigeria. They easily unite but don't forgive. Mark my words. As soon as they grab the power again, of which they will do, they are well positioned, equipped, had all the resources and connection to do that. They are going to deal with a lot of people and tribe. Many people in Nigeria have short memory, forgetting that their people were made to look like saints, while others were under the radar. And constant, somebody said. As Adekunle says, instead, Tinubu to hold trust on we simple Nigerians. No job, no lights, no. If you don't know politicians, you will not get job. Okay. Adekunle said that is how they lure in ghost workers, all because politician job slot. I don't want to believe in Nigeria again because my right has been denied and abused by higher authority. Sorry. Adebayo says, let El-Rufai and Ribadu play. Deceased Tinubu. As he said, this is the other side of the story. A fool is peddling around that LG denied El-Rufai an opportunity to be at his mom's burial. They released him now. They actually released him to go and bury his mom. Abdullah says, may her soul rest in peace. May Almighty Allah forgive her sin and grant her Jannah Firdaus. Okay, amen. Mazu says, may Allah grant her his paradise valley. Amen. Uche Ebulu says, Sir El-Rufai, sorry for all that you have been going through and for the passing of your mother. Please accept my condolences. May our gentle soul rest in peace. Amen. Ibrahim says, it's normal moment now. Nothing is wrong or spotted. Okay. Ibrahim says, instead of exchanging uncontrollable emotions in defense or against this political elite, we better devote our time looking for how we make ends meet. They are irrespective of their religious or ethical differences, birds of the same feather. Abike says, that is why they are called monopolistic not. But here in the South, you see all manner of characters, betrayals, enviousness, hatred, lies, and propaganda. Okay. Tong Shinen says they are all the same. Who is feeding El-Rufai with information about Tinubu's government? The Northern Muslims will not support Tinubu. They failed. He betrayed them. Any other thing you see is just a drama. They are all in the same page. They will rather vote Obi, who may likely hand over to a Northern Muslim, than Tinubu, who they are not comfortable with. His closeness with Northern Christians, some of them suspect he might hand over to a Northern Christian after his 8 years. Ribadu says, their kind of politics differ from what we do in the South here. We do politics with bitterness and foolishly too. It is not because of people's agenda, but our personal aggrandizement. Okay? Ultimately says, see the people you guys are insulting yourself for. Do you get? May you make you wise. Fine, Chico says, how did this picture show close interaction from both? Even if it's not showing close interaction from both, it is somebody that sent me to prison. That because of him I'm in prison, he will not come to my mother's burial. I will not allow him to sit down. I cannot allow him to sit down now. It's not possible. Amina to says, that's the beauty of Islam. No any mean that it is obligatory to pay condolences. Okay. Austin Adra says, please, is El-Rufai out from DSS custody? I'm lost in current affairs. Yes, he was released to go and bury his mom that passed. So that's why you can see him outside now. As Ojo Chenemi says, some of those morons were thinking that their enemy, they only have political disagreement. That is not an issue in the north. Not like southern Nigeria that carry guns and by themselves, burning houses, displace people from home like terrorists. His global says, which Ribadu, the architect of El-Rufai Spain, do you get? I can never keep such green snake as a friend. Somebody that is the one that said I tapped. Okay, El-Rufai said it by himself anyways, but that's the reason why he's in custody. You were tapping his phone and all of that. So why? Azagwe says they know the game they are playing. Definitely, they do. They actually do. However, says business is always separated from emotional situation involving the loss of loved ones. You know there is no deep feelings here, but they show El-Rufai is master at this. John Benjamin says they are shedding crocodile tears. How can they be shedding crocodile tears at his mother's burial? Say how? Okay. Tizio, may his mother so rest in peace. My listener, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.